Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Bennett and his journey.
Thanks. Right, yeah, I'm just a normal guy. It's City Wire magazine. They come and interviewed me because I was at the lower edge of financial advisors and leads way up there. And it's been an interesting journey over the last couple of years, and I want to share a little bit with you. So, according to Michelle, this is an amazing story, so I better step up to the plate a little, I think. Anyway, so yeah, this normal fella. Anybody spot me?
Before the operation?
Yeah. I'm at school, right? And all the guys had really, really cool names. Butters, Dino, Tiny. That's Tiny right at the top there. We do have a sense of irony in the UK. This is me. Bones. Okay? Alright? I was skinny, I still am. In some places. Skinny, but we're working on things. Now, I read a lot. I work hard. I've got goals. I want my wife Bonnie to be happy. Now, I'm on my second marriage, and having a happy wife, I'm not sure it's possible. So I'm just going to go with. I'm just going to go with. I want my wife to be happier. All right. So that's where I'm going. One of the other most important things for me is I wanted my mum to be proud of me. Okay, it was critical. So there's Bones up there. My mum. That's my sister. You might see a bit of a resemblance. And noses running the family. It might take a little while to interpret, but anyway. We go back a few years. 2006, I set up DB Financial. It was fabulous. I was doing 14 mortgages a month and the associated life business, and we get paid commission on the life business. I'm saying you guys are not got that privilege quite so much anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Planned a dream holiday in Florida, bought the Mercedes, and it was all fabulous. So yeah, this dream holiday in December 2006. My mum couldn't come. She had cancer. She gave up her 5-year fight with cancer 5 weeks before we went on holiday. My dad came, my brother and sister and my sons, and we all went away, and we could have cancelled it, but my mum would have been really, really mad if we hadn't cancelled it. She died on the 15th of November, and then we went away just before Christmas. My dad wasn't well. They'd been together for as long as I'd been around, so he left halfway through the holiday. We didn't realise how bad he'd taken it all, and he died on the 6th of February 2007. So in just 12 weeks, we'd all become orphans. Now, orphans at 40 odd, it's all right, but it's tough, okay? And you start realising that life's not a rehearsal, You've got to seize your opportunities to do things when you can. Okay? And it was all going to be great. When he got to 65 and all his extra pensions came in, his whole, the family life was going to be great. And they never got to that stage. So, I really want people to take their opportunities to do stuff whenever they can. Okay? It's very, very important. Now, I set my business up in 2006, and I was concentrating on developing the business, and so I didn't spend much time with my parents. And now, of course, I never can, because they're not here, and it's
very, very important that I think everybody puts family time in their diaries first. Okay, it's, you know, we work hard, we work really, really hard, and that's who we do it for. You know, we want to give our family everything that we want, everything that they want. So make sure that you put family time in your diary first. Okay. My dad had a little life insurance policy, and it wasn't written in trust, which means that we had to pay some stamp duty, inheritance tax, death duty. That was only £2,500, but you know, I'm a financial advisor, right? And we had to pay inheritance tax because I had to put a policy in trust. So, you know, really, it's really important that you get your own house in order first as well. You know, make sure that you've got enough life insurance, you've got enough critical illness cover, income protection, your pension plans are on target. Make sure that your own house is in order to start. Michelle was talking about you getting a financial advisor. Well, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Now, yeah, this is a photo of my mum, right? You can see I'm pretty young there. It was a while ago. Yeah, those fling back hairs, they were all fashion then. Yeah. Now, I couldn't find any photos of me and my dad. So, you know, really take more photos. That's what I would advocate. It's a lot easier now. It's a lot easier with Facebook and you know, the like. So take more photos. So those are the, you know, things that really, really hacked me off about my parents dying. So anyway, I had the quarter of the inheritance that came. I had a vibrant mortgage business. You know, I used the money to buy a dream home. I bought the Harley. You know, it wasn't a life crisis. It wasn't the life is too short. Let's get on and do some stuff. Kept hold of the old house as an investment property. So you know, we were doing things right. We moved in August 2007. We were doing 14, 15 mortgages a month, as I say. And then obviously it was like somebody turned the tap off on the business. 2008, I think we did 12 mortgages in the whole year. It was, yeah, tough. We were renting out the rooms in the house to pilots. We lived very, very near Gatwick. We were renting the drive to, you know, car parkers, leaving to go on holiday from Gatwick. Yeah, it was just, well, I sold the car, yeah, I kept the bike. Had to do that. Now, 2010, it was just getting tougher and tougher and tougher. Debts were building up. It just, well, it was, you know, I was ready to call it a day. You know, go bankrupt, call it a day, end of 2010. But went on a holiday in Florida, I picked up a mug. And I figured, well, you know, failure isn't an option, and my mum wouldn't be very, very proud of me if I gave up my business. So I sort of went back to basics. Right, you know, I mean, talk about my mum not being proud, my wife wasn't very happy either, actually. Well, she was pretty livid, actually, because this wasn't the life I promised her, obviously, but, you know, these things happen. So I went back to basics, and Brian Tracy, many years, well, it was 2004, I know that. I wrote this list of goals in 2004. This little book here, still got 59p it's got on the back, which is what, 50 cents, half a euro. But yeah, I wrote my goals in here, and they're up here. So what have we got? Very happily married to Bonnie. I reckon that's okay. I reckon that's okay. What we got down there? I've completed the London Marathon, so 2005. So I know that the list was written in 2004 because it was on the list, and yeah. So that was that, and then we got Harley. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, just going through the list here, I noticed when I was reviewing it, you know, 10 out of 11 of them have been completed. Holiday, which is retirement, no mortgage, how much income do you want on a monthly basis to to maintain your lifestyle, at what age do you want that holiday to start? So a level of income and the age, and then we've got 6, if you have children, do you want to save for your first car, university, wedding, and then do you want to save for yourself? So that's what we do as financial advisors, that's all we do. Now you guys might have 1 or 2 other things. I think there's a couple of guys that do car insurance, and collision insurance and stuff like that. So you can add that to the list if you want. But then once they've answered all the questions and they've said yes, they want to do everything that I can do for them, I'm going to help you get to the end of this. We can't do it today. So my second tool that I've been using for over 20 years is a budget planner. Now it's just an Excel spreadsheet, all right? It just gets them to item out all of their bits and pieces, and you know there's a little bit of spare money there at the bottom there. So you've got 720, and it's affordable. So they're living within their means. And we talk to them about life insurance. Yeah, it's all good there, affordable. Now, when they say, well, we don't need to worry about life insurance, so I just take John's income out of the equation. And I explain to my clients that John died yesterday. All of my clients have died yesterday, so it's a crazy thing. But I don't want to tempt fate, all right? I want to say, next week, let's imagine next week John died, and then he did. It's like, well, I haven't written the act yet, I mean, it's still my guess, right? So John died yesterday, his income disappeared. And then what happens is, if we look down here, okay, John's income's been taken out of the picture, all right? That's gone into a red minus, so it doesn't come through so well on the screen there. But also, the affordable has changed to problems. So we now have a bit of a problem. So what are we going to do about that? Okay? Now, we put his income back in and say, well, we still can't afford it, so I'm going to have a bit of fun with them, because if they've not worked it out that you need to transfer the risk of life insurance, people dying, you need to transfer it away from the family that can't afford it. You need to get it into the hands of the insurance companies specially designed to afford it. That's what we need to do. Now, if they don't get that, I'll start having fun with them. It's like, right, okay, so what have we got here? Mobile, £87.40. You need to change your supplier, really. I mean, come on. Cleaner, £80. Okay, fair enough. We'll see where your priorities lie. Gym, 173. That figure doesn't tell me you go there very often. But anyway, maybe we could divert some of that money. Maybe. I don't know. So, now if they still don't get it, it's, what can you do? I'll take the mortgage because that's what they came to see me for. I'll make the money from that. If they don't care enough about their family to look after them, I'm going to struggle to care about their family too. So, because I care. I really, really do care. So, this example here, we took £249.31 worth of premium off them, which only represented 5% of their take-home pay. So it's only a modest amount. So this also, puts it in perspective. It's just a small amount of what's coming in on a month-by-month basis that we're putting away, and I call it an emergency fund. And it's the proper emergency. It's not the boiler breaking down or the car needing a service. This is somebody dying or suffering a critical illness. And that's the difference, okay? So that's a real emergency. So it sort of puts it in perspective. Now, if you're not at that stage, you need third-party endorsements. So that's a quick, easy way to get third-party endorsements, which you can send out to your introductory, your introductory email or introductory pack, so that they feel that they're treading a path that's well trodden. Now, I'm going to go on to this fella here. Anybody recognise him in the room? See a show of hands? Paul Armson? Right, okay, so it's reasonably well known. I joined Paul Armson's Inspiring Advisors on the last day of a special offer that he had, £1 for the first month, that's what it was. And I gave over a debit card that only had 1 month left on it, just in case, you know, it carried on and it wasn't the right thing. Because I tell you, my wife worked in my business at that point, and she did the books, right? And of course, you know, we had this really hard time in the past. So she was very, very careful. So me spending £100 a month on another mad plan to make money, she wasn't happy. And you know, I want my wife to be happier. So, so I had to do something pretty quick. What a plan! What inspiring advisors online. I mean, if you're not signed up for it, really give it a go. It's life-changing stuff, I think. But anyway, well, I did the plan. I had the software. I can't believe this. I had the software in the program that I had, and I had it for 7 years. And we've been through all this pain of the mortgage market disappearing, and I had cash flow modelling, lifestyle financial planning software in my office that I was paying a fortune for, and I didn't know how to use it. Crazy. Anyway, that's the past. Hey. So, signed up for Paul Armson. I did 2 plans, and I did them for free. They were guinea pigs for the first couple of clients, and I charged them £100 a month. So I had 2 clients now paying me £100 a month, which is more than the £100 a month it was costing. So I'm figuring I might have a happier wife when she looks at the books because it's sorted. But it's, you know, it's much, much, much more than that. Paul, so I'm in communication with Paul via Twitter. I've never met him. I've never met the guy. He's amazing. I've never met him.
Come to Holland.
Sorry?
Come to Holland.
Come to Holland. Is he always here? Always here. Right, okay. Right. So he asked me, Doug, what's it up to? I'd had his program for 3 or 4 months, so I hadn't got everything. But in that time, to say I'm a mortgage broker, that's I had to change a little bit when the market disappeared in 2008. But within 3 or 4 months of being on Inspiring Advisors online and adopting the lifestyle financial planning, cash flow modelling side of things, I put £500,000 under management. I was working on another 400,000. I had 8,000 a year more in retainers coming in. My average case size had gone from 50k to 110, and that was like in a really, really, really short space of time. And it gave me the confidence. Well, it was the missing piece of the jigsaw actually, because I'm moving from mortgage broker to a wealth manager, and this was the thing. This was missing in my portfolio stuff. But so it's a couple of just little quick case studies of the difference it makes to people's lives, and why you should, if you've not got lifestyle financial planning in your suite of tools, then you really, really ought to consider it. This lady, Ros, now she was retired. She was receiving some state benefits because she didn't have much income. She received a bit of an inheritance, and that was life-changing enough. And I got called in because it was like, well, this is going to affect some of my benefits. Can I afford to live? And so we went through the cash flow modelling for her, and we built in there a trip to Canada to see her family. And I said, well, look, we'll allocate 10 grand for that. She said, no, I'll never spend that. I said, but we'll allocate 10 grand to it, and it fits in your plan, and you just go and you just do everything that you need to do in Toronto, Niagara Falls, and all that sort of stuff. And I said, then we'll build in here. You've got 7 grandchildren. We'll put £250 away for each grandchild every year. So you can buy them a decent gift, or have a party, or gather the family together, or that sort of stuff. And you're never ever going to run out of money. Okay, and I ended up picking up £200,000 just to make it work a little bit harder than the building society. So that was a big case for me. 4 times my average case. But did she bother about how much I made? Not one jot, because she had life. She had that all ahead of her now. So, crazy, crazy stuff. none of this couple, Guy and Julie, and I'm going to pick up the 150k when I come back, 2 weeks ago, in a couple of weeks' time for a holiday with the missus. But Julie had 3 jobs. She's a teacher, so that's quite stressful. She worked at 2 different colleges and she was teaching music in the evening. He was a police officer, so out shift and all the other bits and pieces. And then money's come in, and to say I'm working on it at the moment, but I put the plan together for them, and it's like, she doesn't have to work. They've got enough money with his pension and everything because I've shown them what their life's going to look like in the future. She doesn't have to work. She said, well, I can't stop working. I said, well, just bump the bits of your job that you hate. Just do the bits that you love, and then, you don't need to get paid for that if you don't want to. So, that's another example. And again, they don't mind how much money I get paid. They really don't care because it's life-changing stuff, so you need to do it. I'll go on a bit. This one I like. Rob, right? He's a neighbour. I've got a dog, and we walked the dog and we met one of the neighbours, and this guy's really, really well off. And he lives down the road. And I've lived in the road for 5 or 6 years, and all the time he just complains about his financial advisor, this fund going up and that fund going down. And so I did the lifestyle financial planning. I did the bucket presentation for him, and you can see that he doesn't need to worry about it. We've moved into a passive, low risk environment. He's only got 1 fund to complain about now, which is that's good. He still complains about it. Some people, it's built into them. Now, let's see what we got there. Retired, sacked. Yeah. My wife had been working with me for the last 8 years. She was getting more and more reluctant about working with me. I can't see why. I'm a nice guy. But you live together with somebody and you work together with somebody, and there might be some people here in the room that have their spouses working with them, and it just gets tougher and tougher and tougher. And I see with the lifestyle financial planning that, actually I'm increasing my income, and I love now what I do, right? I love, it's talking about getting your mojo back. It's like, I can't wait. Well, I've offered it to too many people, my new administrator, right, has just got too much to do, so I've got to dampen the enthusiasm a little bit. But anyway, the sacked bit. Now, I like to think that I retired my wife from the business on the 21st of August, right? Because she still has a salary, because that's quite tax efficient, but she tells everybody I sacked her.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It's her fault.
I told him to.
It's her fault. It's seriously Michelle's fault. She said, you know what, Doug, I think the problem with your business is Bonnie. It was a one-on-one meeting. Yeah, Bonnie really, yeah. So anyway, so we did that as quickly as I possibly could.
Yay!
Right, so that's my wife. And Michelle added this. I should have made that bigger. Look, I'm punching well above my weight. Did that translate to anybody? The boxing analogy? He used it earlier, right? Well, I think what Michelle's basically saying is I'm not worthy of my wife. I think we make a good-looking couple, I think. There we go. Right, now, so, last 6 years. Lots of things going on, right? This is my business figures. I don't mind sharing them with you. I'm a one-man band. I had a part-time administrator. I had a wife who was reluctant to work in the business. And this is pounds money, so, sort of getting close to doubling my income over 5 years. That big jump there, that's when I joined MDRT, rejoined MDRT. I left in the mid-90s. I went 3 years at MDRT in the mid-90s. And MDRT, if you don't know what it is, it's the $1 Million Roundtable. I mentioned it earlier. It's the Premier Association of Financial Advisors. And I met Michelle there, so She's responsible for all of this. She's responsible for you having to sit and listen to me for... How many minutes have I got left?
Another 5.
Another 5 minutes. I better wrap on, haven't I? Yeah, anyway, join MDRT. Okay, you get to meet amazing people. Your business will grow. I'm expecting another jump because obviously I've got a new administrator that's more in keeping with the training that I'm able to deliver. It's not my wife. Where are we at? Ooh. Now, Mr. Armson. If you've met Paul, presumably, because he's always here in Amsterdam. Can I have a show of hands? Who is on Inspiring Advisors online on the programme? Who signed up for the... Right, okay. So there's quite a few of you in the room that might benefit from this special offer that I've created with him. If you go to that website, I'll leave it up just in case you want to scribble it down. He's offering a 14-day viewing period for completely free, and then another 30 days, 100% money-back guarantee. So you can look at this for 6 days and just 6 weeks, sorry, and just see if it works for you. Okay. Now it's been a life changer for me. It's made my wife happier because she's not working. She's not cut out for office work. She's doing an interior design course now, and she's redecorated the whole stairs and landing in the house. And I think this morning she was putting together a new lamp thing that we purchased. Anyway, yeah. So people deserve to do the things that they love to do, and I love financial planning. I love lifestyle financial planning. My wife loves walking the dog, painting the house, cooking me wonderful food, and looking after me. She is quite lovely. Well, you saw her anyway. Now, the other thing is the peace of mind questionnaire. If you want it, I have done the Dutch one. If you go to my website, dougbennett.co.uk, you can download that. Just give us a couple of your details, and you can get it, and we've translated it, and it'll be a Word document, so you can add, take out, or whatever, but it's there if you want it. And what else? The budget planner, you can have the budget planner. I have to make a small charge for that, but if you want the budget planner, you can have that, play around with it, and use it to tell your clients how little they're putting away in life insurance and all the other bits and pieces. Now, the thing that you guys need to do, okay, you need to, sorry, my wife tells me, what you could do is set some goals, get some ideas, take more time with your family, take more photos, give yourself amazing opportunities. Make more money, double your income in less than 5 years, You've just got to do that. You've just got to have a life. Adopt some lifestyle financial planning for yourself, for your clients. And then, of course, if you do all that, you'll have a happier wife and a mum that's very proud of you. Thank you very much.